The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com, the easiest place to create a website online.
Hey, and don't they have those totally cool plugins now?
They do indeed. And it's free. All right, welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Show. My name's Adam McGivern. I'm here in the studio in the back of the Bunker Bar, formerly the Bunker Bar, now the Den, with Bob Garlick.
Hello.
And we got the Hangout broadcasting live to YouTube. You can check it out later over at, what's the YouTube show? Killrag, right?
No, actually, what a really cool thing that happened with Google Plus or Google in general recently is you're able to amalgamate all your accounts. So I had like a Killrag account, and I have a Bob Garlick account, and a couple other accounts, and they said, look at, you've got a YouTube channel that's under Killrag, and then you've got all this social media stuff under Bob Garlick. Would you like us to amalgamate them? I said, yeah, boom, done. So you can just look up Bob Garlick now, and you get the YouTube stuff.
I would love that. I hope I got to look into.
Isn't that cool? It's so cool because that's what's happened with Google. It's like you play a little bit here, you play a little bit there, you experiment, maybe, and then it takes off. And God damn, I wish these were connected. You can do that now.
Yeah, like 20 Gmail accounts later, you've got fragmented content everywhere. But that's cool.
I want to be able to move or change the email that's associated with my Google Plus, so I'm using the same one that's associated with my YouTube.
It's different. Is it like a totally different Gmail account?
It's not Gmail.
Oh,
I want to switch it to Gmail.
You registered your...
There's a guy named Bob sent the invite to Google Plus a long time ago when it was still invite only to my Shaw mail account. So I'm going to blame Bob.
Hey,
at least you
could probably... I bet you Google will let you do that because it will promote their brand and bring harmony.
Yeah, because then I could use my Gmail account, which is the one that I use for my YouTube channel, because I want to be able to do the Google Plus Hangouts broadcast.
Nice. Yeah. I think that's one of the best things about Google Plus is the Hangouts.
I'm excited about that because that's a great way to do like mini webinars and then have them posted on my YouTube channel.
Automatically, without you having to do any additional work and downloading and uploading.
Yeah. I mean, the audio is not fantastic and the video is but
if you only have a few people on, I'm hoping the audio will be better.
I guess so. It's hard to say because they got to crunch that sucker. Like you give them like 15, 20 minutes. We're giving them an hour and 7 minutes.
Well, I'm thinking maybe 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of crunching. 15 minutes of audio and video. Those are
You can record
huge.
the audio separately if you want into, separate
and then dub it in. Actually,
yep. You can edit after the fact if you want.
You can go into
YouTube
recorder. Extras. Yeah, basically you do go into the extras and they say, do you want to put a soundtrack? And you say, yeah, and then the soundtrack is your voice from the digital recorder, and boom, it doesn't matter if it doesn't perfectly lip sync.
Yeah, I'm gonna think, that could be really awkward.
You can make it like a Bruce Lee movie.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, your lips move and then something else happens. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so let's do a round table introduction. It's going to be
let's
shorter.
Do a square table. To just be different. Let's think out of the box.
Oblong tables.
Let's do the octagon.
Oh man, I like that. All right, Andrew, if we're starting with octagon, you're first.
All right. Andrew McGivern at Podcast Hero on Twitter. And I'm also on app.net. If you are also on app.net, follow me because it's a lonely place over there right now. That's at Andrew McGivern on app.net.
Wow. And don't you have like Podcast Hero or something like that? What's it?
Gangaroo?
At Podcast Hero on Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
Bob Garlick on Twitter. Bob.garlick at Gmail. Just Gmail. Actually, I Googled just garlic, and there's some other garlics out there. I linked up with somebody on LinkedIn. But anyways, what else? I've got the social content group. I've got businessbookchat.com. That's awesome for business books. And then social content group.
It's Business Book Talk. Business Book Talk.
Oh, is it?
Crazy TV Talk.
Oh, Crazy TV. Thank you very much. And what else do I get? A bunch of stuff. Just Google. It's easier. Whoa, we got a phone call here. Is it Santa?
Hello.
Hi there. Is this
Hi.
Santa?
Hey, it's
How are you
Bosco
guys
calling
today?
into the Bunker Show.
Absolutely. I'm a fan. I just wanted to call in and say hello to everyone on the Bunker Show. I'm sorry I can't be there tonight. I'm
We
busy
miss you,
presenting at
Bosco.
ING. And we miss you. And I wanted to also just give a quick shout out to Margaret and Randall. Hopefully they're at the Bunker Project. They did their
Woohoo.
first
here.
keynote at my meetup a few weeks ago. They were awesome. And much love for the Bob and Garlic and the Andrew McGivern host as well. Much love.
Hey,
Thank
Bosco, what
you.
the hell are you doing right now?
I'm doing a talk on list segmentation, CRMs, and email marketing. I filmed both the presentations because I know you guys want to watch it,
Nice.
and I will send it to you guys very shortly.
Hey, we'll
Very
put
cool.
links on the show notes, dude.
Hey, I heard you on Night Talk the other day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we really want to get into that right now?
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, Blog
Yeah,
Talk
no.
Radio.
Well, anyways, I just really wanted to, I'm a big fan. I would love to be there. I'll definitely be there in the next 2 weeks, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out. The podcast is awesome. I'm a loyal fan. I'm a loyal listener. You have me for life. And yeah, just
Well,
wanted to say hello.
I think we better really
Great.
screw around because, challenge Bosco.
Awesome. All right, we'll do that.
Hey, I have one quick question. Bosco Anthony,
Okay.
right? Is Anthony
Yes.
your first name?
Anthony's my middle name. Bosco's my first name.
So you're really shy. You're not using your last name because of what? It's
I've
Too
had a lot of
scary?
people like creep my wife, call me at home at midnight, track me
yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So I tend. I'm one of those guys that has a social platform for business and a social platform for my personal life.
You've
and
got
I
a
tend not to
social,
mix the
you're
two.
like a social superhero, but you've got a private secret
Yeah, and I
identity.
also have social qualifications. If Bonnie is there, she might like this one. Social qualify your list. So if they are people that you want to have more than a business relationship, you trust them, you've built relationships over time, bring them over into your social platform personally. But if you're starting out and you are in sensitive industries, it's probably best to separate the two.
Oh, yeah.
Good-
You never know
good
when a
point.
troll's going to come for dinner.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got to go back on stage, but I wanted to call and say much love to the Bunker Project and thank you so much.
Hey, and don't forget to mention that this is a crazy thing you did when you weren't on stage because they'll love that.
What was the crazy thing?
You called into the Bunker Show.
Oh, yeah, I just look at guys on our break. I called into a podcast and did a quick show, and hey, now I'm back for you guys. It's like, what?
Back to the Bunker Show.
Most people go to the bathroom or go grab a coffee, but you went on to.
So who's
onto a
at the
podcast.
Bunker Show today? Is James at the Bunker Show? Twisted Magic
No,
in the house?
it's real quiet tonight. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Actually,
I'm here, Bosco. I miss you, baby.
5 people.
So you got Margaret,
Oh, yeah,
Andrew,
And Ian
Bob.
makes 6.
Ian's hiding somewhere.
So we got Ian
Oh,
Nethercott,
Cool.
Margaret, Randall,
Yeah.
and Paul. And
Well,
we've got
the smaller groups have the most amount of fun, right?
Oh, yeah. We,
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, well, you really get to talk and mess around, and the digressions go on a lot longer. I mean, it's actually
Awesome.
nice doing a show because
Yeah.
recently it's been 8, 9, 12 people, and it's like
Oh,
herding cats.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm actually
That's a
going
lot
to give you
easier.
guys some live internet marketing news. I don't know if you heard
Cool.
today, but the two big things that happened today to keep the content fresh. Number one is Salesforce laid off a bunch of people within their organization.
Ooh.
Salesforce is one of the big CRM companies that
Oh,
had
yeah.
a big layoff day. And number two, Google 4 days ago came up with a tool called Disavow Links, which can be found on Webmaster Tools.
Yep.
And I'm sure one of you knows what it is, and I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, you can eliminate spammy links.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
It's
All right, well, I
actually-
got to go back on stage, guys. Love you guys. See you soon.
All right. See
All
you
right.
next time.
Thanks, Bosco.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, he's so sad to go. You could tell. It's like, oh, I gotta go in front of a bunch of people. I could be there at the bunker drinking
It's like,
beer.
oh.
Because
Party
here is
down.
more fun.
He's
Although
like, I
Bosco
got to
puts
get
on
back to
awesome
my
meetups.
meetup.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He's like a bundle of energy.
Cool. So now
should
we're
we do
on
some prank
to,
calls now?
Yeah, we could.
This is Barrick. Can I speak to Mr. Barrick?
We need to set up 2 phones and then call.
Call each other.
No, on one phone, call a Chinese restaurant, and on another phone, call another Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
And they
nice.
both answer at the same time and both want to take the order.
Yep, it's nice.
Hilarious.
What do you want? I've heard that. That's
No, I take your order. No. Anyways, we got
You guys really need to get along.
We got Margaret Reynolds in the house.
Thank God we
I
got
get to
show
follow
notes.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
BC _ insurance gal.
Wow, that sounded professional.
I know.
Relatively.
Also the leader of the New Westminster Business Networking meetup. Come join us.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What's happening in there?
I took my HOBN group onto Meetup because Meetup's where people go to meet.
Oh. Are they better now that you've changed the branding around the organization? Or
We've
the
grown
software?
a bit. We've grown a bit. That's about it.
At least a
New
couple
West?
of people.
Near New West Station?
No, we're up at the Waffle House, still up in Uptown. But tomorrow night, well, actually, okay, the 25th, which is probably tonight by the time this comes out, I'll be speaking at the Network Hub at the New West Quay.
Yeah, I was just
Because
saying
we're doing
Nina Van.
We're
She's
doing our
awesome.
evening one.
Nice. Yeah, I would totally connect with those guys and push in that direction.
Well, they're a
Really
sponsor for
happy.
our evening meetup.
Yeah, the problem is like Nina likes to party a lot, and she likes
Yeah,
the
you know,
downtime. So 11
you know,
a.m.
I
she'll
hate
come in.
that. Well, we're meeting at 7 tomorrow night.
Oh, is it like bring your own bottle of wine event?
No.
Oh, damn! She puts on awesome events. She invites 150 people.
Well,
Everybody brings one bottle.
Well, we
of wine.
have we have
Nice
the paddle
party.
wheeler downtown or the downstairs. So for the pub.
I know, but it's nice.
Well, this is our
I'll
first
talk to
meetup.
her.
I'm going to work my way in there slowly, and then she can get to know me.
I'll just call her and say, "Hey, let's do a wine party." Sure, yeah, absolutely. And get the mayor to come and party with us. Yeah, he's totally into her, man. He's been there at several events.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to come out to New West.
No, it's the mayor of New West. He's already in the New West, right? It's not that Vancouver mayor. He can't. That's
Because
he's
there's
got
a network hub downtown as well.
I know, but the one in
Yeah.
New West, that's where it's
That's the
happening
one, of
because
course.
Mina's putting it on. Anyways, we digress. So, I don't have any damn beer.
Oh.
What's going on?
Let's have a drink.
Oh.
Yes, for anybody that doesn't know, every digression means you have to have a drink.
I'm up for a drink.
All right, we've got the number guy in the house.
The number guy.
The number
Oh.
cruncher dude.
I guess that's me, eh? Randall Orser at Number Crunchers on Twitter. And yes, we do mobile bookkeeping, and we're usually on time most of the time if you get us the stuff on time.
You mean I can't file my taxes on time if I don't get you the stuff?
Pretty much.
Content. He needs content.
I need content, yeah. I can't read mines either.
Okay. So,
But I
can
bet
you
you
be
he has a good idea of what CRA is thinking.
you can be creative though, right?
Well, to a degree.
Okay.
He colors within the lines.
Just a little outside, maybe.
Okay, cool. But do I have to sign something saying that it was me that did that?
That you were late?
No, that any drawing outside the line was actually me and not my accountant.
Well, I mean, not necessarily.
Anyways, I'm like,
Disclaimer.
You're still responsible 100% for any taxes you owe.
they'll get you any way they can. And we've also got
Hi,
special guest here.
Hi, I'm Paul the Rock God, not so famous karaoke singer in Vancouver.
Nice.
And I'm Rock God at rockgod.ca. That's rockgod.ca is my website, and just a newbie to social media, just trying to learn one thing every day about social media. And I don't have a Twitter account yet, but I want to hook up my fan club on there. And so can you guys tell me, is that a good idea?
I think what we should do is decide on your Twitter handle.
So what do you mean by put your fan club on there? What?
Well, I on my website, and I have lots of fans that come to see me at Shenanigans every Wednesday night at 8:30.
Hey,
there you
what
go.
do you do at Shenanigans? Is that striptease thing?
No, look, there he is, right there.
Hey, he's taking his clothes off. Oh my God, he's taking his
rockgod.ca.
clothes off.
See him.
It's a GIF. It's
This
an
is the
animated GIF.
official site of the Rock God. Once an unknown karaoke singer, the Rock God is now Canada's
Wow.
fastest growing celebrity. The site has information on the Rock God's songs, his world tour, links to his friends and people that influenced him, his fan club, and photos.
What font did they use there?
I don't know.
It looks
it's
like
green.
Yeah,
Click on the links on the left
Uh.
or bottom to find out more about the Rock
See?
God.
My
Yeah,
crappy
animated
website
GIF.
I did from scratch.
You need to do animated GIFs, man. It's like dee, 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 dee.
Actually,
You need some Photoshop action. too.
Wix.com. You should sign up
Oh
at
my
Wix.com.
God! You totally freaking
Get
need Wix.
yourself a free
this-
That's a
website.
good plug.
Oh no, really? For free? Holy crap! It would rock you big time. Put you to the next level. So
For sure.
What's your Rock God?
.ca.
Yeah. So it's at Rock God. See if you can
Rock-
get Rock God. That's your Twitter handle.
Well,
At Rock God.
I did look, and Rock
It's gone.
God's long gone.
Okay, Rock God Vancouver.
Maybe.
Too many
That's too long.
letters.
Damn.
Van Rock God.
Rock Jerk.
Van
And
City.
then just
Hey,
change
come
your
on,
branding.
Mina.
Van City Rock God.
Yeah.
Too many letters.
Okay, Van
Is it?
Rock God.
Yeah, I think so.
So is that possible though with Twitter? So I get on my fan club, and I get people to sign up, and I start tweeting for my shows. Will that work?
If
Absolutely.
your fans are on Twitter and want to follow you, get 'em.
And you know what? In the middle of song, stop. Say, hang on, I just want to tweet this next
Yeah.
line. It's so awesome. And don't say anything and tweet like crazy. You say, oh, I love doing
My
that.
one thought was if I tweet and I have no followers, does anyone hear it? Like if a tree falls in the forest.
Well, you know,
Does
karaoke
anyone
it
hear
came
it?
from China, so it's a very
If
Zen-like
you start
thing.
following people, odds are they will follow you back.
I thought karaoke was Japanese.
It is Japanese.
Well, it's still Asia. They're very Zen, you know. It's like if you tweet in the forest, will people complain? And will you hear the voice? So
Okay.
my question is, still, you tweet, there's Twitter, no twerping. I'm a twiddly-doo. No, never mind.
Just stop, Bob.
Totally D.
And one other interesting
Mixing
thing,
this.
did you know Apple did a Rock God commercial?
No.
It's online, and it's about some kid who's like a rock star, and I don't know where it went. It must have shown in the States, but
That was Steve Jobs when he
I
was
wanted
16.
to sell my website to Steve Jobs, and it didn't happen. But anyways,
Hey, what's your favorite karaoke song?
Rock.
I do rock songs.
But what is your...
Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss.
Ah, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, who's the lady
I
that
do-
comes in here and she was like she belted out rock girl? God, she should be in here. You guys would be awesome.
Yeah, she
She could get you on the stage.
we every
I'm on
time
the stage
someone
every night. No.
James,
every time someone said Magic Jack, she would sing, "Whoa, it's the magic."
But she did rocking stuff. She like sang it out.
Yeah,
That was
Oh,
the
okay.
crazy guy who didn't like ketchup or whatever.
popcorn.
Popcorn. That was the one after.
no,
yeah.
she was in other shows without the popcorn guy.
Don't like popcorn.
Allergic to popcorn. That was the problem.
What?
No,
It's
he
a
was
very-
just freaked out.
Phobic.
Taking a little
He
bit
had
too
a
much of the
phobia.
green.
He had a little card.
He's a
Canadian government,
popcorn
you know.
phobic.
How could you not like
Papaphobic.
popcorn?
He loves
Oh, he hates
popcorn. He was just terrified of it. That was the tragedy.
He hates the
I
sound.
think it was
of
a
the
Can't go see
seriously
movies.
Really
medicated.
scary.
smell,
It was a
everything.
seriously
Gets it-
medicated phobia.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
can somebody say therapist?
Yeah.
Need therapy.
Can someone say off his meds?
So what's
was pretty off.
Wix.com going to do for me?
Hey, come on, dude. You know Wix. It's awesome. Hey,
Wix.com
Oh, he's a plant. He's a
will
plant.
make you
Eric
an
put him in here as a plant.
HTML5 website that is
You know,
Free.
Wix,
Actually-
Wix gives you the tool. You still need to provide your own. Say it with me. Content.
yeah, but
Well,
he's
hey,
got
hey,
the content.
Yeah, missed. Oh my god!
Did you hear that
he's
awesome
a god for
content?
Yeah,
Live at the
it's-
bunker.
It's like
Content's
it's
good.
words and words of content.
Yeah,
It's like 3 paragraphs. Holy crap!
And
Okay,
he's got-
2.5 paragraphs.
and he's
There's
got a
like 50
picture.
pages on there or more.
yeah. Look at all the links down here.
Oh my god! Look at all the links.
But you know what? The links you could organize those
Might
and
be.
put
I
them
know.
at the top. And
I could make it better. I know.
yeah. So with Wix.com,
You could do that in like what? A couple hours?
Yep.
Yep.
I
There
think
you go.
that maybe we should hook you up with Eric's next meetup.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
Do you know
because
who's
SEO
coming back
built
to
in.
town?
No.
Neil's going to be in town on the 27th.
Oh, Neil, come
Neil,
on
the
down.
Wixcom developer.
Yeah, he should
Nice.
do. He should do a meetup.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out for the next meeting, and I'll report back to you guys the next
All right,
bunker project.
that is an
Sweet.
awesome idea. Okay,
All
When you
right,
get
and
stuck,
we got
give us a call.
we got Ian in the house too.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I had a little bit of an emergency call I had to handle.
Hey,
Cool.
was it a good one or a bad one?
I want to talk to you about it later. It's actually a good one. Actually.
Was it an ass clown?
No, it was a guy who used to work for the company I work for, who now is looking for other opportunities.
So he
it's
ceases to
interesting.
be an idiot.
No, he's an interesting guy. So we'll talk about it later. It's interesting.
All right, fine. You know, we had a lawyer in. All the people are bringing in here. We had this lawyer come in. He says, "Sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about it." And then he posts a picture of him on Facebook at the Bunker Show. So what's the difference, man?
But he didn't
Well, he's
talk
a lawyer,
about
though.
it.
Maybe he didn't realize it.
He could have denied his image. Oh no, that's a
But the
lookalike.
thing is, he didn't talk about it.
That's no. He texted
Not
about.
officially, though.
You know, social media and official. It's a pretty gray area.
How much did he sue you for? Oh, that's okay.
Well, we are in litigation.
'cause
we are in
he-
litigation.
I
I
mean,
think it's like 4 beers.
If the guy posted his own picture, he's responsible.
He's litigation out of luck.
He's in control.
Exactly.
He put the picture up he wanted.
Yeah,
there was no
exactly.
compromising
there was
evidence.
no undue.
I tagged him.
All right,
He's pissed
Ian,
about that,
your Twitter handle, what you're.
I
into,
love buying
like I said.
cars.
Hey, you've got the new iPad Mini. Oh no, you just got really big hands. So,
Now that's what you're getting.
but nah, I'm gonna get the Nexus 8,
yeah.
8.5.
What about
Nexus
the
10?
7.5?
Yeah, no. What is the Nexus 9.5? No, the 7.5. What size is the Mini?
7.8.
7.9.
Yeah, the Nexus 7.9. I want the Nexus 7. That's what they
They'll
should
never
call it.
make
The
one.
Nexus 7.9. I would so piss off Apple. They take them, of course. No,
We own
have,
the
we,
7.9.
we have,
No,
we
they
have
call it the
copyright on
Nexus
those numbers.
8 and just, up them a little bit.
Oh yeah, one up.
Well, they're going to the Nexus 10. They don't need to have
What about the Nexus 11?
I want a Nexus
Ooh.
32.
Interesting.
Yeah, just big window sheets.
Big
Ah.
42-inch TV screen.
All right, so we've also got a couple more people
typing
in
like
the
this.
back here. We got Mr. Doug Hall.
Douglas, how you doing? Hey, no, they said they weren't going to talk on the mics. Yeah,
No,
they
let them
well,
talk.
we
Not
talked to
officially,
them. Now
anyway.
they were talking to the lawyers earlier, and because we're in litigation, they're just launching a multi-billion-dollar company
All
in
right.
Canada, so they got to be really cool.
No problem. They don't have to talk. But if you want to hear what Doug has to say, go back to the episode with the video.
Oh no, this is
video
different.
Maven.
How do people get a hold of you, Doug? Anyways, just like Google Doug. I mean, that's how good you are at social.
Beware of Doug.
Doug at MrDougHall.com.
Oh,
Mr.
Doug,
Doug
at
Hall.
Mr. Dog.
You
At
gotta call
Mr.
him
Dot
Mr.
.com.
Hall.
MR. Doug at MR.
Yeah.
DougHall.com.
You know, you should have put a dot in there, Mr. Dot Doug. Because, you know,
That's
to be
an
correct.
umbrella domain. So you could have Doug Hall. He'd have to have DougHall.com in order to get
You could do
Mr.
Doug,
DougHall.com.
and he
Mr.
could do
Doug and Mr.
hats.
Doug.
He could do hats. Oh, he's grabbed the mic. He's out of control. He's fighting people.
watch
He's
out,
gonna
watch
do-
out, watch
defend
out.
himself now.
He's an addict. You know, that's what it's about.
Well, I couldn't get DougHall.com. It's a very well-known celebrity TV star in the U.S.
Monty Hall. Doug.
You could get
Monty Hall.
DougHall2.com.
What I was able to do at a suggestion of a very smart social media guy
Hey, thank
was
you.
just add MR, Mr. to your name.
There you go. Cha-bing.
Boom.
And Mr. is
And it's
so
done.
much more sophisticated.
Little stuffy, but
Nah, that's cool. It's, you know, people.
And
think
if
about the
Mr. was
business
taken, you
side.
can go with Master.
Master. Dominus.
but
Dominus.
no Ms.
No.
No. Not
Well,
unless you're
I mean,
female.
My initials are Mr.
Oh, really?
Margaret Reynolds.
Oh, Mr. Saran Wrap.
There you go.
She's fingering me. She thinks
All right.
you're not that subtle at all, Margaret. It's a wide angle lens, but if we zoom in, we'll see it. Okay, never mind.
So let's jump into the show. We did our round table introduction.
Was that the round table?
That was,
Shit.
or a rectangle
I
table.
was
an
worried
octagon.
about us not having enough
Oh, the
time.
octagon. That's right. It was an
We're
octagon.
22 minutes into the show?
Yeah.
We've just done a round table. This is the beginning of the show. The first 5 minutes of the show, we do a round table. 22
And
minutes later.
the recorder actually is still recording, which is good.
Oh, yeah, we've had some trouble with that. And the Google is still Googling. So, or the Google Plusing. Oh, hey, Wix. Let's talk about Wix again because we haven't talked about those guys enough. They're our sponsor. Due diligence here, but
Do you
no, they
know
have a
their
very cool-
HTML5 has over 1 million website and it is the fastest
I know, it's
and largest
crazy.
provider of HTML website?
They just launched that like
Build your own
what,
website.
2 months ago, and it's like
No,
a
it's
million.
been about 5 months.
Really, that long?
They've got
Wow.
25 million users, apparently.
Yeah, but what they're gonna do now is apps. That's freaking awesome, man. Just like WordPress, you can have like
Plugins.
widgets, plugins,
Plugins,
crap
widgets,
like that.
Yeah.
Go in
Extensions.
there. You got to pay for them, but it's not. I wonder how
No,
much
are the
they're gonna
apps
charge.
money?
No, some of them will be money. Some of them will be free. Some will be paid.
So it's the typical Wix freemium
It's
model.
the freemium
Exactly.
model, yeah.
What we were saying is, like, if you went from freemium and said, you know what, I'm going to become a member and pay my, what is it, $60 a year?
Yeah, it's about $5.19 a month to start for hosting.
Right. So if you
That's
did
so
the hosting,
cheap.
oh, it's such
Wow.
a good deal. But if you did that, then you should get some premium plugins for free. Isn't that a great idea?
Let's talk to Eric.
Yeah.
But-
hey, Eric, if you're listening to the show, spin that to the boys.
But what happens if you don't want to pay the $5 a month?
Well, just do it for
Well,
free,
th-
for God's
then
sake.
you
You
can
get
just
a
do it for
logo.
free,
It's
and then
nothing.
you can either use the free apps or you'll have to pay for it now.
The only thing is you'll have Wix branding on the top of the page.
You kidding? It's tiny. It's like a little thing on the. It's like what?
Not a big
5
deal.
millimeters. It's
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're so shy. They should have big banners, but no, they're just.
But this is cool because it's kind of like combining the marketplace for plugins on WordPress with the Apple App Store. because they do the same kind of revenue split that Apple does, 70% to the developer and 30% to Wix.
No, isn't it with Apple? It's the other way around.
Nope.
70% to Apple, 30 to the developer. Could be wrong.
They want it that way, but no, it wouldn't work.
I know. Well, I mean, really, the strategy is everybody thinks apps, everybody thinks widgets, because what the hell do I want to do a bunch of coding for? It's like, take this plugin and then repost stuff that I've got on my website.
Wix
or
has
have
a
great
hilarious contest on right now where
yeah?
if you could, they want you to come up with the
Yo.
craziest app. So it's like, I wish there was an app that. And if you can come up with
measured
something
how much
totally
black beer I
great-
had at the bunker show.
Yeah.
I did mine.
More beer.
What was yours?
Mine was, yo, Wix, can you make an app that'll change a diaper?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In Wee Baby.
I'm going to ask...
Your own or your
I
child?
forgot to put the address I want the iPhone 5 to go to.
Hey, you know, we're saying Wix. Is this supposed to be Wix.com?
Actually, my own.
Wixcom.
Wix.com. Not Wix.com, even though that's
Well,
their address.
everybody knows. I mean, you don't
Not
have to
only 25
Okay,
million
you
people.
you don't have to say the www anymore. So do you really have to say the comment dot anymore?
Well, so we should just say Wix
No, it's Wixcom because it could be Wix.ca
or Wix Online. No.
or Wix.
Wix.ca.
Wix.com
Wix
online.
They're
Wix
international.
No, but you
Wix
see,
Mobile?
same
Wix
any
Plus?
website. It's
Uh,
like
You know, it should be Wix Europe.
Oh, you know what it should be? It should be Wix. It should be Wix XXX.
Oh, there's a good one.
Oh, yeah, triple
Because
X.
then it would be quadruple X.
Yeah, and they could do porn. Because that's what the triple X is about. That's dude. Sorry, Eric.
okay,
So is there
digression,
Bob
digression.
Garlic dot triple X then?
Oh man,
There
that would
will
be
be.
wicked.
Hey, that's
yeah.
a big question. People,
Bathtubs of garlic with
who's gonna
Nubian women.
who's gonna claim their triple X?
I should get one.
Who would
Jesus.
dare?
It's probably already gone.
Double
Margaret
garlic
Reynolds
triple
dot
X.
triple X.
Oh yeah, saran
Because
wrap.
you know why
Don't
people
even
are
say
doing
the
it.
word.
People are doing it just to claim it so that it doesn't.
Nobody else can.
So no one else can, and it doesn't become like, you know.
I'm getting mine tomorrow. RockGod.xxx.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
So
yeah.
does
Rock,
number
yeah.
crunchers dot triple X sound like?
Yeah, that one might still be available.
You could do rock hard, God.
That's like porn by the numbers, right?
Bunkerproject.xxx.
I think this is it's just getting up there for the most goddamn digressions in a show.
Probably.
I don't know.
All right.
We did
so-
one show; it was all digressions.
I wonder if anybody has bite me dot triple X.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
way
I-
gone,
We'll
way
check on
gone.
it. You're online.
Quick, jump on the
Yeah,
internet.
check into that right away. Hey,
What do you got here for Yelp? Yelp. Yelp. I was doing some
Ian's a big
promotional
fan of
videos
Yelp.
today.
I've seen him all
I'm
over
all
Yelp.
over the
He's all
place.
over
Hey,
Yelp. He's like
he is
yelping
the
here,
answer.
yelping there.
Oh yeah, he's a
I was posting
Yelpaholic.
tonight on Yelp.
He's a Yelpaholic.
I saw that you went to a hair salon in Toronto or something like that.
And near Toronto, it was funny. I went there to get a haircut, and I said, "Do you know about Yelp?" And they said, "No." I said, "Are you on it?" They said, "No." I said, "Would you like to be on it?" They said, "Yeah." I said,
And
Have
you
a free
did
haircut.
you did a free seminar there.
I did a free Yelp and Foursquare seminar for them,
Yeah, look at the
Nice.
haircut. My
and
God.
actually gave them a good review. Actually, I think, which they also didn't understand the benefit, even though all their competitors in Guelph have hair salons and they're on Yelp, but they didn't know about it.
well, obviously, you went to the wrong hairdresser.
They're on there and they've got all sorts of fake reviews. And now they're going to be cracking down on fake reviews.
I know. That was that little sideline I had. I'm so pissed off. They are awesome, Bob. They are great, Bob. Hang on, I'm using the same email.
So now what's going to happen is if you are a business that are putting up fake reviews,
They will get you.
Yeah.
if they notice that it's coming from the same computer, same IP address, they'll put a message on your Yelp page for 90 days
See, Bob is
saying
a
this
jerk.
that this business is putting up false reviews.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we know who you are and where to find you, right?
So you better stop putting up your false reviews.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
You
yeah.
got to
will.
get your relatives to do it.
Well,
Well, just get all your friends and relatives.
Yeah, yeah.
We will figure out what's going on.
Isn't there a Fiverr guy?
I
that
know
does that
your
for nothing?
family.
We know where you live.
We want your papers.
Yeah, they won't be able to stop it.
Yeah, but
They'll-
they can try.
They'll just be able. They'll just
They're
get rid
just
of the
going to make
blatant.
people. Yeah, it's
It'll
just
gamify.
people have to get sneakier.
Can
Yeah.
you zoom that up a bit? Okay, Ian has just shown me like some S&M style,
You know,
serious
No, because
leather,
you see, it's
Darth Vader,
It's Halloween.
girly boy.
All of the all the little Twinkies have to wear slutty Halloween costumes. So now we have a slutty Darth Vader costume.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Slutty Darth Vader.
I
Yeah.
know. You gotta see this.
Oh
nice.
my God.
It's nice. That works for me. You know, this is
Yeah,
where
but you know, if she sounds like James Earl Jones, it's just gonna kill it.
yeah, exactly. You know, this is where the Retina display really comes in because it's just that's just like life. It's, being
It's
close to
really
my face.
crisp.
That's where you get a
Oh,
voice
yeah.
synthesizer, and then when you talk,
Sharp.
you sound like James Earl Jones. That would be hilarious.
Or if she said she was your father, that would
It is
kinda
on
freak you
Google
out.
Plus if anyone's interested. Google
That's
Plus.
just
I
all
am your
kinds of
mother.
wrong.
They actually have those voice synthesizers for Halloween. I bought one a couple years ago. It was great.
Now you're starting to sound like a porn site.
All right,
I thought we
so-
were going to talk about LinkedIn Answers.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, let's throw it over
Or
to
do you want to
Ian.
do that
That's a softball.
this
Ian.
week, or do you want to do it next week?
I could do it.
LinkedIn?
That's fine.
Now let's do it right now.
So,
All right, let me tell you the story. Do you want
All
me
right.
to tell you a story or you want to
Tell
preload
us.
it first?
Well, Ian, you discovered this great new technique for really getting leads on social media.
Well,
but
let's-
you
let's,
fell into it. It's quite controversial. What's
let's
the story? Let's have the
before
story.
before we get into the story, just let's do a little bit of a
Disclaimer.
preamble on how you're.
I'm not going to name the guy who was the infringement person, just so you know.
No, not even that. Like a lot of people don't know that with LinkedIn you can actually capture leads. It's a good lead generation.
It's awesome.
So why don't you explain that?
Okay.
And then get into how you're using LinkedIn Answers.
All right. Well, LinkedIn Answers is an area of LinkedIn which people really don't really get, and the reason is they don't know where it is. So I think it's the farthest right pull down. There's a question and answer section. So you can either pose a question or answer questions. Now you can answer questions in multiple languages and multiple areas, and anyone can answer. So of course I'm on it pretty often because I'm a big LinkedIn fan, and I answer all kinds of questions. And there was one question that came up where people were really giving these, really small answers like, yeah, this is irrelevant, and I don't really know, and this kind of stuff. So I kind of saw the flavor of the answers, and I sort of chimed in a little bit. And I had a guy jump all over me. Well, don't answer a question if you can't add anything, and this, that, and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. And you get all bent out of shape, as people do sometimes on social media. So, of course, I saw it. Initially, I was a little bit surprised because it was LinkedIn, and people were pretty formal on LinkedIn generally. So it was kind of a Facebook-esque reaction, which was kind of interesting. So then I posed the question, well, what do you think about LinkedIn Answers? And by the way, when do you decide to answer questions, and how do you answer them? And I posted it as a question on LinkedIn Questions, which is part of Answers. And I got like 50 people responding with basically the whole spectrum, but basically what they were saying is answer it however the hell you want. It's social media. Like, if you can't police it anyway, and people are looking for all the answers, not just the good ones. And what I got from that was something that I'd already been playing around with, which is that you can actually identify prospects for your business using LinkedIn by posing good questions, because coincidentally the people that answer them usually end up being prospects for your business. So you can pose a question anytime you want, as long as you want. And the cool thing is they post for 7 days, but before they expire, LinkedIn sends you an email saying, listen, your question is about to expire. Would you like to extend it? And of course you want to. Now you need to play around with it, but the other cool thing about it is when you pose questions and people answer it, generally they take a look at you and your profile. So if you have an interesting profile, more importantly, have some sort of capture built into your profile, you can not only identify people that are leads, they'll actually find you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you set up a capture?
Well, basically, you can use a SlideShare. If you're a SlideShare member, you can now actually. I've recently figured this out. Bob and I were talking about it today. You can upload a video now up to half a gigabyte on SlideShare if you're a paid member. And more importantly, you can see who's looked at it. You can get analytics, and more importantly, I think they even identify who the person is on LinkedIn.
Oh, you can do multiple. If
Yeah.
you're paying, you can do multiple.
You can do up to like.
You
I
can
don't think there's
answer
any
questions
limit.
With, but the thing is, you could answer questions with videos.
You could.
That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
So you could daisy chain all these together. Now that may change as LinkedIn revises their profile, more importantly as they revise SlideShare, because they own SlideShare now. But for right now, SlideShare gives you the ability to really pump up your profile, because if you pay them, you have pretty much no limit to the video size. So instead of having a quick video talking about you that's really condensed with little audio because you have a limited file size, you can now put something up that's like 500 megabytes with a lot of information, or several videos where you could actually turn it into a capture saying, listen, check out this email, check out this website, and
Yep.
then you can track how many people watch it and change the content.
Well, you could do a hangout. You could do a hangout, like a 15, 20-minute hangout, capture that on YouTube, and then, boom, put it into your LinkedIn account.
Well, you could
As
also ask a
seminar.
question. If you want to know what I think about this question, you can check out my profile. I've got an answer to the question. By the way, I'd love your feedback.
Yeah, or go to my blog where we've got the answer. It's brilliant.
Well, the other thing you got to be careful of is you've got these kind of what I would call LinkedIn purists. So they read they're like contract lawyers. Okay, they've read the LinkedIn agreement to the nth degree, and they get into policing LinkedIn. So, you're
This
in
is
violation here and you're in violation there, and the hilarious thing about it is these are the same guys who react badly to questions.
So they're basically trolls.
They're the crazy people. Yeah, the crazy people.
Well,
on
yeah,
LinkedIn.
they just take it way too serious. But what you did, I thought, was brilliant because you have a troll and you say, okay, how he's attacking me, that's my question. And then all these people basically is your argument. And that is the best way to deal.
So you
in
turned the
social
whole
media.
community against this guy,
Well,
basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, in a subtle way. You just attack this guy. It's like, hey, I'm trying to be nice. And then the guy attacks you and the whole community attacks that guy.
Well, the other cool thing about
Without even
questions-
attacking him.
Correct. The other cool thing about questions and answers is if you answer a lot of questions, you become, by default, a guru about answering questions. And then at the front page for answers, you become in the top 5.
Yeah, Mr. Guy.
For
So
your-
that's what he was assuming I was doing. I wasn't doing that, but that's what he was assuming. I was just answering questions to game the system, so I'd be in the top 4 of the page, which
Yeah.
I don't really care about, but he thought I did.
Well, you do because today, because you spent a bunch of time asking questions. You and
I do that every day, though.
I know, but you said I remember saying, "Ooh, I got to the bottom," and he got to
No, that was
all the
endorsing,
questions.
wasn't it?
No,
that was
the
the questions.
endorsement.
Oh, was it?
No, it
questions
was
too.
question. He went to
Okay.
the bottom
Yeah.
of question. That's awesome. I've halfway maybe before I get distracted. I mean, that takes about an hour worth of dedication.
But if you do that on a regular basis, not only do you get a lot of people liking your answers and giving you feedback, but not only that, they find you on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Because they
builds
go,
your
oh,
network.
that's a cool answer. Who is that person?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
it's
wanna-
a
That's
really good
awesome.
sales funnel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
in your
It's
answers.
an awesome tactic.
So it's
Exactly.
basically
awesome.
LinkedIn.
It's free too, 100% free. There's no charge.
LinkedIn basically took a look at Yahoo
All you
answers and
need to do is be
incorporated
smart.
into their system.
Yeah,
That's cool.
well, that's a very good thing. Ian's Andrew's saying they incorporated something. Oh, hey, we got a new guest. All right.
No, he's the DJ, isn't he?
Is he? He's got a communist red thing on. It's awesome. Do you want to do you have a manifesto with you, dude? Awesome. he does. He's a Jacob manifesto with him.
Does he have the T-shirt to go with it? But that was sort of the
Where the hell
philosophy
were you
with
in the
it.
middle
But
of?
realistically, it's like anything else. You try tactics, they work. You repeat. Now, what you can do, obviously, is change your questions every week. I don't think there's even a limit to how many you can ask. You want to be careful because I think a lot of these guys I'm noticing recently out of the Philippines and out of India, especially, are trying to game it pretty hard. So you got to be a little careful. But it really gives you the ability to identify prospects. Not
I'm
only
new
that.
I'm new to LinkedIn. What type of questions are you asking?
Well,
Like, is it work
Well, what is
related?
what is your
social media?
business?
What's
What
your
are you
karaoke?
looking for?
He's a karaoke professional, so he
Okay.
says what's your favorite karaoke song? And
No, you
that's-
could
No,
all-
but that's not a LinkedIn type. It would be more
Why not?
like
Why not?
Is it? Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm
Businessmen
asking.
love karaoke. Have
Well,
you
what-
ever seen a movie? They all got ties on. They're businessmen.
What you could also do is say, like, tell me about your best and worst case drunken karaoke episode.
Oh, awesome.
And, like,
But
they'd
that's
be all
not
over
very
that.
They might not want to talk about that on LinkedIn.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Okay,
think
what do you
that's
love
Video
about
footage.
karaoke, and why do you love
Or
about it? Or
would you
something.
use karaoke to take
Yeah.
clients if they're in from out of town?
Is it a good
Okay,
team
yeah.
building episode? Is it
Okay,
something that's
okay.
useful? Think
No, I
about
get you.
think up a couple questions and post them. You don't know until you post them. And there's no harm, no foul. If they don't answer, okay, whatever. Change the question. Do a new question. There's
Okay,
no
no, I
limit.
just wasn't sure if it was solely work type related
Well-
versus.
Well,
you
but
know.
Let me
Ian was
give you a
saying-
couple examples. Bob and I have a company. It's called Social Content Group. So we're interested in helping companies with social content. So, of course, what I did was I posed a couple questions to test the theory on content generation. I said, listen, I don't know if this is you, but most people I talk to have trouble generating enough social media content. Is this something that you have a problem with? Is this something that's a problem for you? And I had like, I don't know, 400, no, not 400, like 40 people respond. Yeah, it's a problem for me. So then what do? You do a follow-up question. Like, how do you solve that problem? And then you get a bunch of other people, or sometimes the same people. Then basically you move them down a sales funnel. You still gotta prospect those people like you would anywhere else, but they've identified themselves as a possible lead, and they painted their own target on their own head. You haven't had to do it; they did it themselves. So coincidentally, it's a very good way to focus target something. Now you still have to prospect it intelligently, but it's a good start of a funnel. For
And
sure.
I just want to jump in here because Ian, he's a crack shot. So if you put a target on your head, he'll take you out.
The sniper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sales
It
sniper.
works, man. It
Sales
works.
sniper.
We don't have a sniper maven.
Oh no. Hey, Ian, what's your
Cars.
Automotive cars.
I thought he was a
Great.
LinkedIn maven.
He's the car
You
maven.
should be LinkedIn.
Okay.
Maven.
I think I'm a dual
Shit.
purpose maven. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can move him over to the LinkedIn maven.
Yeah. It'll cost you another $5, but hey, you
Yeah,
know,
hey man, I'm good for it.
we'll
I think.
take it. We'll take it.
Only if you want to keep the car maven.
Yeah. Well, I may do that too.
But you know, you can.
But
have
yeah,
like
you got to look for
plethora.
what your prospect. What problem does your prospect have, and then voice it in a creative way, and your prospect go, yeah, that's me. I got that problem, and then they just painted themselves. They walked right in front of the gunfire on purpose. It's a beautiful thing.
Social
Yeah,
media,
but
it
it's not
is a
really
beautiful-
gunfire because you're
Okay,
trying.
they open the conversation.
You're trying to help them. You're not trying to hurt them.
You
No,
give them
but
an
they
opportunity.
opened the conversation. They opened the door. They said, "Listen,
Yep.
I'm interested," or maybe. So they painted themselves as a possible lead.
They revealed the need
Yeah.
that you
Yep.
can fill.
Exactly.
That's a hot button. This is the hot button for you. Great. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. I have an answer.
Yeah, I have a
the
solution
answer.
for your problem. Thanks for the answer. And you'd want to start it, and this is one thing that I always recommend. Start it by, listen, thanks for answering the question. It was a great answer. If there's any way I can help you, let me know, and I'd love to become part of your network. That starts the conversation.
Yep. Exactly.
And then you just, with LinkedIn, there's there's such an ability to export contacts and to build lists.
Yeah,
More
that's what I was going
importantly,
to say.
do that.
Because with other social networks, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No. Well, could you do that on Facebook with the
Not anymore.
questionnaires?
Not anymore.
They cut that out, haven't they?
Yeah, they got a Facebook email now,
Oops.
which is kind of harsh.
Well, you can change. Well, most people don't because they don't know. But you can change your default email to a personal email.
Yeah, but if you start to try and capture the email, I mean, remember that guy that we talked to, Bob, who was doing that programming
Yeah.
to try and export? Man, they shut that down quick.
Big time.
They don't want them exporting people because then, of course, they can move them to other networks, and they don't want you doing that.
Yeah. That's what's.
Yeah.
They want them captive, man.
yeah,
on
walled
Facebook.
garden. It's a walled garden.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're
they want them in
business-
Farmville, not in LinkedIn. Farmville, man.
Exactly. The
Not
thing-
anywhere else. Farmville.
If you're in business, you should be in LinkedIn. I mean,
Exactly.
And you should be prospecting LinkedIn, and you should be mastering LinkedIn. There's tons and tons of great stuff out there. How to master LinkedIn.
Not saying Facebook isn't good, but realistically,
If you want to make money.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
go
average income on LinkedIn is much higher, and coincidentally, they're better clients probably.
Well, like they always say, LinkedIn's your boardroom, Facebook is your backyard barbecue, and Twitter's your cocktail party.
And I love cocktail parties.
And Google Plus as well as a cocktail.
And
party.
Google Plus is kind of like,
Yeah, but what is Google? No, it's not a cocktail party. What do you-
Google
No,
Plus
it's
is like a photographic thing. There's lots of photos on
It's
there.
very visual. Yes.
Yeah, which I like about
Yeah,
it.
it's like
actually.
Google Plus. I would
I was-
say
I was
it's kind of like
reading,
a new
But it's got the
That's
cool video
Pinterest,
angle.
isn't it, with the photos?
Nah, Pinterest.
animated
yeah.
GIFs.
Animated GIFs.
Pinterest is kind of like a ladies' hangout.
Oh!
But the thing is, in some countries, it's like over half the people on there are guys, so it's
In
not
the U-
always
in the
the
U-
ladies. that
in the
hang out.
UK,
Well, in North
it's
America.
But
in
maybe
North America. It's
but
women.
maybe they want to be women
Tech
though.
porn, car porn.
Metrosexuals? I don't know.
In North America, it's dominated by crafts and recipes and things like
Good
that.
place to sell those man purses.
And in the UK, it's all tech stuff.
Okay, I'm trying to represent here, ladies, but I'm the only one here.
And you
Yeah,
did a
represent
damn
louder.
fine job.
Represent louder.
Damn it!
But one thing interesting is
Damn you.
Pinterest is outperforming in terms of revenue per click, is outperforming Facebook and Twitter.
But I hear
Well-
Facebook stock's up though.
But the thing,
Yeah.
the thing that's awesome with
From nothing.
Pinterest. I mean, if you have
It
a
went
store,
from 0 to 1.
Sandra will be happy.
if you have a store, like if you're a jewelry store, you're not going to be really selling as much on Facebook because you can't build the huge gallery. You
Yelp.
can build
Yelp.
You can build an
Yelp.
awesome gallery on
Foursquare.
Pinterest and sell through your website from Pinterest and do
Yeah.
a bang up job. So from that perspective, those type of businesses are absolutely going to clean up on Pinterest. Where Facebook, no, they're not going to get the attention.
Yeah. I
Yelp.
think my whole approach is do Yelp, do Pinterest, do LinkedIn, do as much as possible because the more bandwidth that you're using and the more times you're sending out that visual
Oh yeah,
of
you
a
want to
beautiful
create.
piece of jewelry,
You want to take up
the
as
higher
much
chance
space
you
on
got.
the internet as you can.
It's basically
You want to be
free
where the people are.
international advertising. It's crazy.
It's not free.
Well, you want to be where your
Well,
your
Pinterest is
target
free.
is, right?
pretty damn close to free.
Pinterest is
No,
free.
no, but it takes your time and
Well,
effort.
Sure.
They're all time
Or
sucks.
you have to pay somebody else to do it.
But you got to spend time marketing. What are you going to go to make a bunch of cold calls and then go to some networking
Or
group
yeah,
and shake some
put
people's hands?
put
and
an
spend 6 months
ad in,
getting
in,
to
a,
know
in a
them?
local paper, a
Yeah,
magazine, which is
yeah,
absolutely
use
freaking pointless.
I mean,
or yeah, are you
Craigslist
just
you
gonna
can sell
are you
jewelry.
gonna spend a bit of time and get an international audience on Pinterest?
Well, it's like look at you can go on Craigslist for Vancouver, which is kind of internety, or you could actually put it in like the Vancouver Sun and expose your ad to maybe 60 to 150,000 people, because even though they say we have like 300,000 newspapers that we read, only that many people will see your ad because they don't really give a shit about the rest of the newspaper and say, oh, I'm interested in this thing. Oh, Julie, interesting. Compared to doing over the internet, where it's not Vancouver, it's 7 billion people around the world. So you have a much larger
Who the
target
hell
market.
reads newspapers anymore?
Oh, there's a lot of people read newspapers. I mean,
Not as many as before.
No,
Oh,
definitely
well,
not.
And
well,
magazine-
Newsweek is
just got
gone.
shut
It depends on what you
Bye-bye.
define as the
You know,
newspaper.
I didn't even know. Didn't miss it. There you go.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the
Newsweek,
tragedy.
Newsweek is publishing their last issue, and they're going 100% digital.
It's the Huffington Post that's done it. It's all her fault.
It's all your fault.
She huffed
All
and
your
Oh,
fault.
the Huffy.
She huffed and puffed, and that was it.
There you go.
And the Newsweek is
they
gone.
all got blown away. Yep.
Yeah, well,
Ivy. Hey, so look at I got. Shall we talk like iPhone versus Nexus? Because
Haven't
I know.
frickin' beat that to death by now. And
Yeah,
Bonnie's
come on, Bob. I
Whoa,
know.
what are
I know
talking
you
about?
love it.
Bonnie's
Come
not
on,
here.
They just got announced. I know it'll really piss off Bonnie.
Bonnie's
Let's go
not here
for it.
to do the Android.
I'll
yeah,
do it.
she's
I'll-
at some
I'll step
dragon, the dragon meetup.
I think that's where James is tonight too.
I think
Dragon
so.
meetup?
Bastards.
Is there a free beer or something there?
Nah,
No, it's
they're just bored
it's
of us.
I think it's actually work.
it's kind of like a startup thing.
Oh, okay, he's trying to get money. Okay.
But yeah, maybe we'll get Ian to do gaming with James today.
Gaming with James.
That didn't come
It's
out right.
all about gameology, man.
Gaming
Everything's
with
gamification.
Ian.
Everything. Everything's a game, man.
Now, come on, we know James is not a big fan of gamification.
What do you mean? He just doesn't know the difference.
Okay, well, what do people think about the iPad Mini? People like it. We got 2 Apple fans here.
I think there'll be lines. That's all. That's all that matters.
They're just expanding their product line. There'll be people that want it. Yeah, maybe they don't want to pay the big bucks for the bigger iPad.
It's all about sales.
Yeah.
Do you think the price is right?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I know it doesn't matter with Apple,
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
but
but
it
yeah.
does to a certain extent.
Especially when isn't all the competition's like $100, $150 cheaper?
Yeah.
$100.
Price sells nothing.
No, but the specs are just as good on the Nexus 7.
Exactly. Price doesn't sell anything. It's not about price. Apple's never built their reputation,
No,
their
they
business on
haven't.
price. Period.
Okay.
You can try and argue that. but
No.
realistically-
I agree with you. And basically, the Apple fans have drunk the Apple Kool-Aid, and
Well,
they
no,
are
the
going
way
to.
I look at it is, and I compare it to the car business. BMW could sell cars as cheap as Kia, but they don't. Why? There's no reason to do that. It's not about selling more. It's about making more money per and capturing a different market space.
Sorry, a BMW is way better quality than a Kia.
True, but if they sold it for the same price, would that make sense? No.
No.
And that's the same argument Apple uses. Why
Yeah,
make
exactly.
the cheapest?
Why
make
cheapen
it
the
good,
brand? Don't
and
cheapen the
make
brand.
it good and charge people. They'll pay. If they don't pay, that's fine. You're
Yeah.
never going to get 100% anyway.
No.
And there's always going to be that person who wants to buy the cheaper laptop, the cheaper iPad, the cheaper phone. It really doesn't matter. There's always that option. The question is, what do you want to buy and why? That's the only question. There's always choice, or the illusion of it.
Okay, so do you think that if they had priced their iPad Mini at say like $50 lower,
Mm-hmm.
they would bring more people into that market? And
Yeah, maybe, but at the end of the day, they already control a large percentage of it. I mean, they're never going to control 100%, and why cheapen the brand to get a few more deals? They're probably going to sell more than they can make anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like the iPhone 5. You can argue with it, but 5 million phones in the first day is a pretty hard number to argue
Oh
with.
yeah.
yeah, well,
I mean,
that
you
was,
can tell me it's no good. That's fine.
that was
doesn't
no.
matter.
I like the iPhone.
Yeah.
I've got an iPhone right here.
Why do you like the iPhone? Dude, it's easy to use. You don't have to worry about stuff.
I consider the iPhone to be like the benchmark phone,
Yeah. Well, the same is true with the iPad.
and it's not top of the market. It's not best in class, but it's the benchmark.
Well, you know what? I think it's just the Google system, the Android system, is like Microsoft with Apple. Apple has always been the way Apple is. I remember Apple versus Microsoft, and like they almost went bankrupt, but they came back, and that Microsoft's going nowhere. Nobody cares about Microsoft, and Apple is a major player. So there's this huge algorithm going over like 20 years.
Yeah. Why don't we
like
talk about
Android.
Windows 8?
Yeah, it's like
Windows 8.
which
Yeah, well, Windows 8.
apparently is quite nice.
Windows
Apparently it's
8.
really nice.
Windows 8 is awesome. Actually, I'm looking forward to checking it out.
What's the price point, though? That's the
but who
question.
cares?
How cheap is it going to go?
$38.
How cheap can you go to sell it?
It's gone cheap. I don't think it's quite as cheap as
So it isn't
Apple.
$300 anymore?
No.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
No, you can get the OS for I think it's $40.
Yeah. And if you buy a Dell, you can get it for free.
Well, if you
Why would you buy a Dell?
Dell is shit.
Aren't they paying people to take them away by now?
Well, if you bought within the last month or so, if you bought a new computer with Windows 7 on it, you get a free upgrade. Or no, you can upgrade for $15
Yeah.
to
What, not
Windows
for
8.
free?
To Windows 8.
Well, what they should do is since
should be
Windows
free.
7...
Well,
which-
Apple doesn't. Apple
which,
charges.
which since Windows 7 was such a disaster, they should give it to you for free because
I
Windows
haven't-
7 was $300.
Oh,
Windows 7 wasn't a disaster.
No.
Well,
They-
it
Corporations
wasn't that much
just
better
didn't
than
upgrade
Vista.
to it.
It wasn't that much better than
I don't know.
Vista.
I find
No,
it
that Windows
I
7,
find
they're
it
all
way better than
corporations
Vista.
are all upgrading to Windows
Well,
7 now.
They
They're going to skip
upgrading
it.
finally.
Yeah, but-
They're going to skip Windows.
Yeah,
eight.
but
thing
the
with-
key is you got to have everyone install it. If you don't, what's the point?
I think the thing with Windows 7, a lot of corporations are just installing it now because Vista scared the shit out of them.
Right.
Well, Vista
And
was so bad,
I know
man.
some still on XP, but
No, like I mean,
they're
they've got
starting to go to
about
7 now.
they've got about a 2 to 3 year turnover rate, so they usually skip one or even longer, 5 years.
Yeah, but the key is install base. If you don't have everyone using the most current thing, then why would they buy the new Office, which coincidentally most people haven't bought for I don't know how long. I mean, there was a question actually on
Pirate
Answers.
Bay.
They said 2013. What do you think about Office 2013? I mean, who cares?
well, it's going in the cloud.
Yeah, but nobody cares. I mean, it's Office. It's just not. There's not that sexy anymore. Like,
Yeah,
You know,
no,
actually-
but I
There's a
think
lot
you
of
understand.
corporations that
Actually,
still
hang on.
buy it, you know.
In the corporate market, Office is
PowerPoint
what's
2010.
holding people onto Windows.
PowerPoint 2010. I'm pretty excited about it because now you can create a high def 16:9 video with using just a PowerPoint and voiceover right from PowerPoint. You don't need any other software anymore.
cool. But what about 2013? Aren't they doing better than that?
It's not 2013 yet.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
2013.
The problem with a lot
Goes
of
to the
that
cloud.
software is what the hell more can they do to it? I mean, when you think
You didn't
about
buy
it, like
2010,
like
did you?
Word. I mean,
Yeah.
how many people actually even use the complete functionality of Word? I mean,
No.
you know,
Word
that's-
hasn't been better for years. I mean,
No, but
it's
what
never been good.
what they do use is Excel.
Yeah, Excel is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
the
Excel
only
is the
piece
one.
that sells.
Excel
Did you know
is
Excel
their.
was a Mac program? It got bought by Microsoft many years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I use.
No, I
okay,
didn't know
What
that.
about
I don't
Visipel?
use Word very much, but I use Excel. I use Publisher because I create a lot of my marketing materials in Publisher. Because it's
Upgrade to Adobe. It's way better.
Just, yeah, but I don't need the complexity of Adobe. And
You don't need it either. It's cheaper too.
Publisher
You-
works great.
Oh, okay.
Pirate Bay, and
Pirate Bay.
and PowerPoint.
Subtle
works
drop
great.
for I'm not paying.
Subtle drop for I'm a thief.
Subtle drop for I don't
Hey,
value
look at
Microsoft at all.
Google,
I don't pay. That's
don't
okay
be a
though.
pirate. Go for Google. I mean, they got great. They got
Yeah, Google
like
Office is free, man.
Unbelievable.
Hey, you know,
it's fantastic.
you can use-
So,
you can
so
use
is
Google
Sun,
Docs.
Sun Open
Word.
Office is
Open
completely
Office
free.
is what
You
I
can use
use.
Google,
Great.
yeah, Open Office or
Very nice.
LibreOffice
Yeah.
because they're not supporting Open
What was
Office
that?
anymore.
Calibre?
Libre.
Oh,
Libre.
Well,
It's
wasn't
kinda
it
Viva the
Oracle?
Revolution.
Oracle
It's
owns
basically,
Open Office now, and then so the other guys, the
You know what's
three guys
ironic?
went to LibreOffice.
Yeah, LibreOffice.
The
yeah.
ironic thing is, who is the guy that led Microsoft so many years? I forgot his name.
Bill Gates.
Bill
Yes,
Gates.
Bill wrote
They got to
a
bring
book.
him back out of the closet, I think.
Bill wrote a book in 1982 or something like that. Ridiculous. He said,
I thought he
in
was
the
dead,
future,
no?
in the future,
No, that's the
the
other guy.
companies that rent their software were they're going to be the winners. So when you put it online and you rent it and people pay a subscription rate, that's the future. And he was like 15, 20 years ahead of his time.
Yeah, but I
Amazing.
thought he had tablets too, like 10 years ago.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't
There
sell
was
them.
there was a Windows.
Just
10.
nobody
Yeah,
bought
he's
one.
he's just ahead of his time.
Well,
He
I
was
haven't- they haven't
way
Well,
made one.
actually, you know what?
I had
Somebody
it-
said about
Let's
the.
talk about the Surface. That's the
Actually,
new
I
one.
had
Okay,
a,
here.
Well-
yeah. Do you know what this? Okay, let's.
I
let
had,
an
Marty-
I,
80
had,
pound surface.
I had a really good laugh today. We had
All right.
a wholesaler from an insurance company and talking about actually some really cool stuff. But then they had this contest, and you could win a trip to somewhere, which is nice. But then
A Zune?
also,
A Zune?
but the other thing, the other prize was a playbook. I'm like, they still make those?
Hey, you know the playbook is
They're
an
like
awesome
99
tablet.
bucks.
What about a Zune? Did they have one of those?
We
Here,
found it
hey,
in
look
the
at my
closet.
shirt. Look at my shirt here.
I forget who it was, but there was a.
They
crit-
had to admit that they did get them cheap.
You know the playbook.
99
Free.
bucks.
The playbook would have been
Well, I hear
awesome.
they're delaying the new BlackBerry phone again.
It'll be BlackBerry 10
It'll be
BlackBerry 11?
is coming
12.
out.
Oh,
BlackBerry
13?
maybe.
Is coming out in sometime in the first quarter.
I think they should change the
Maybe.
Canadian handle. It should be the,
I think they
the
should join with
BlackBerry Beaver.
Microsoft. It'll be kind of like it's coming out
BlackBerry
maybe.
Moose.
Oh no, it isn't.
Well,
Actually,
BlackBerry. I think this is my
It's gonna be
interpretation.
obscure.
just my opinion, but I think
The
is
BlackBerry
dead.
polar
BlackBerry
Rim is
made a big
dead.
mistake when they didn't bring out the playbook with the pin.
with a pin.
Pin, like that.
Oh,
pin
it's
that
Like a
has-
hand grenade, like
no,
a hand
no,
grenade
pin.
pin. A hand grenade pin.
Nah, trapper's pin.
For baby messaging.
for BBM messaging.
Also the
Oh.
fact. Also the fact.
Because there was people like me who had a BlackBerry for years.
Also, wasn't
right?
there a thing
And then what
you
happened?
you couldn't get email on your playbook unless you had to get unless it was hooked in with your BlackBerry.
Yeah,
or
BlackBerry
something.
Bridge through,
Yeah, I think
through
so.
Bluetooth.
So
yeah.
I was like, okay.
Well, it was coming later with
Well, it
apps
was
and
ki-
stuff
it was
like
ki-
that. But
it
it was
I
it
had
was
Kind of like the
basically
BlackBerry without Wi-Fi. It's kind of that one.
it was
like
a crippled tablet if you didn't actually have a BlackBerry. It was a companion
So
to your
what
BlackBerry.
the hell was the point?
So it was kind of like
This
a
is
Clipper.
Canada.
It
We're
was kind of
very
like their
nice that
crippled
way.
BlackBerry before they got it right. Is that
So
kinda
what
like
they
that?
should have done is they should have brought it out with
No, we
a
aren't.
3G
We're just more
version
subtle about
with a
being
pin,
mean.
because that would have brought people like me back to BlackBerry.
No. What they should have done
And
is
boy,
is
would
made
you
a
be
full,
pissed off today.
a full text keyboard integrated into it, so it comes out of the thing and you text on it.
I think you just like
Well, some
right,
people
right
like
into
that.
your
Yeah, I
eyes.
know, that's
like
what I'm
Some people
saying.
like that.
laser.
Stick with the focus, man. Keep the faith.
The problem with
keys.
RIM in the end is that they should have never tried to get into the consumer market. They should have stuck with enterprise.
No,
being
that was
product
No,
that was
they
no,
should-
that was the mistake that they
They
made.
They should just
the,
sold
the
to
mistake
Microsoft,
the mistake
man.
they made
I
was
think the
was
word
the
RIM's
exact
bad.
opposite of what you're saying. What you're saying is that they shouldn't
When
have
you did a
gone with
good
the
job,
consumer.
You would have got something.
They should
The
have
reason
sold to
why,
Sony needs
hang
a
on,
phone.
hang on. The reason why they lost their corporate market is because of
They're Canadian.
no,
Now with the bad words.
because of bring your own device. And if if the consumer is in love with the iPhone, and they
thought
have
they-
the option to bring your own device,
It's Apple's problem.
I thought they got advice from Nortel. Wasn't that the reason?
I think BlackBerry should sue
Chinese
Apple.
global secret.
anyways,
Yeah.
before we close off the show, you wanted
Yeah.
to talk about the Surface. We were talking before the show.
or the Zune 2. Sorry.
the
the
Surface.
Zune, yeah.
Well, the Zune now is
Zune extra big.
Or Internet Explorer.
Zune is
That's
now
not good.
Xbox Music.
Oh, does it come with Explorer?
Absolutely.
Actually, it only works
in
Explorer
It only
6.
works in Internet Explorer.
Does it
yeah.
have
And
Xbox
oh yeah,
360
and
in
you
there
know
too?
what they also did is they got rid of their Facebook and Twitter apps,
Does it have Bill's voice?
so that you
welcome
have to
into it?
use Internet Explorer. That's another Microsoft blunder.
Oh, you got to use Explorer on it.
You're forced to use Explorer.
Whoops.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, the IT department will throw you out
It'll
of the
be
room.
big with accountants.
So here comes the Surface, right? The Surface is launching on the 26th or the
with
20,
an integrated
the
cover
28th.
that is
Oh
a
my
keyboard.
God, we better start camping out now.
Oh my God, I
So-
want one so bad.
So a whole bunch of people have pre-ordered this thing, right?
Oh yeah. Did they
And
get
they
credit
think-
cards or they're just open?
They think they're getting.
A tablet, but they're really getting a
No,
Zune.
they think
No,
they're,
they're
getting
getting
a
a
full
tablet.
system. They're getting
They
shit.
think they're getting a Windows 8 tablet, and they're like, people are making comments and saying, "I can't wait to see what the window what I can do with
running
Windows on a
Microsoft
tablet."
Word.
but it's really a BlackBerry.
Not.
No, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office is one of the apps that'll work.
It's a playbook. They got a playbook cheap, and they just put Microsoft on it.
You mean Microsoft Word will work?
It's like basically
That's what people care
it's like an
about.
iPad.
Oh, okay, so it's
It's
like
Microsoft's
an iPad
version
sort
of the iPad. You can't run Mac software on an
But
on an
it's got a
iPad.
keyboard like a BlackBerry, but it's
Yeah.
part of the cover.
How you pronounce it?
No, you have to buy that
iPad.
separately.
Oh, the keyboard doesn't come with it. Oh,
The
okay.
keyboard's an accessory.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other accessories come with it? Like
Hey,
the
that's-
dark side.
That's
Move
like
to the dark side.
I
It
don't
actually
know,
comes with a key
Apple's
to
the
wind
same
it up.
way. Oh no.
Anyways, I think it's a cool.
Winding
I
up
think
your
it's
thing.
I think it's a
Winding
cool
'em up.
laptop. Or sorry, not a laptop. I think it's a cool.
Do you get a personal note from Bill Gates that you bought it, thanking you?
No, he's not the president.
Sucker.
The janitor sends you a note. I've been mopping floors here for 35 years, and this
There-
is one of the best.
The
systems I've
downside
ever looked
is that it's called Windows. People are confused. It's called Windows RT. People are confused between Windows 8 and Windows 8 RT.
Oh, I know.
So people are buying this computer, this tablet PC, thinking they're getting a computer, and they're
And
not.
they're
It's
not.
a computer that's sort of a laptop, that's sort of a
No,
Zoom,
no,
that's
it-
sort of a server,
hey.
it's sort of a
Nothing
game machine.
like
no,
that.
it would
And
be
it's
like
sort of like the playbook, but it's not. It's Microsoft.
it would be like Apple launching the iPad and calling it a Mac. and people buying it thinking they can run all their Mac software on it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so
that
what you're
just shows you how
so what you're
stupid
telling me is there's
Microsoft
some
is.
marketing
It was a
confusion?
big mistake.
Exactly.
Marketing confusion? Did you
Big
see
mistake.
the video?
They
Did you see
shouldn't
the video?
even. They shouldn't even have
Launch
called
video?
it.
It was good, man.
One of the critics that I was reading, I can't remember who it was, basically said this is the Zune remix.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Zune Part
Yeah.
2.
Well,
Supersized.
But it's
you
all
know,
the bad things
There was
about
nothing.
the Zune.
There was nothing wrong with Zune. It
Except
was
it
just.
didn't sell.
It was just. It was just too late to the market.
Well,
and
it was kind of like the relaunch of the Sony Walkman.
It was
In
just
digital
as-
format. Didn't really go anywhere.
It was as good as the iPod, but it was also ran. It was too late.
It's kind of
Apple
like
took
the
the market.
BlackBerry.
It wasn't an
playbook,
almost
but
ran.
not.
It was a never ran.
No, there was people that had the Zune.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
one of the guys I
mentally
work with
challenged.
actually owned one, and I
And
was like, "You
Windows,
got one of those? Wow, never seen one."
Windows Phone also had a Zune built in.
Built-in Zune. So do you get like the big Z for Zorro on the back?
Well, the Z for sleepy. Hey,
We've got some really aggressive anti-Microsoft people here.
I don't know. We're just having fun.
No.
here,
Come
you know,
on,
we're-
Bill
we're-
did really good with the
I
$20,000
use
DOS.
Microsoft
got-
every day.
we got
Windows is my operating system because that's what's most
Aw.
industry
and
friendly.
she likes
for me.
squeegee kids too. Like the
Hey,
squeegee-
you know, I'm looking forward to the.
I run those little suckers.
I'm going to
over.
say it again. I'm going to say it again. Here's something cool that Apple doesn't have. They've got Lenovo is bringing out this awesome Windows 8 touchscreen laptop
Cool,
with a 360-degree flip.
cool.
So you can use it like this.
Does it flip once? Or
Andrew
only
wants to buy
only
this
a couple
unit.
times?
This is the
Unix.
one. This is the computer that
That's
I-
also a
I wanna
tablet?
get. It's Windows 8 Pro,
Okay.
meaning it's not the RT version. It's not just
So it's
the
not
tablet
$20. It's
version.
$50. Is that what you're
It's
saying?
about $1,000.
Oh, okay. So okay, cool.
And it's so it's a touch screen, so I can use it with a keyboard, just like a regular laptop in laptop mode. It's called, and I can touch the screen if I want. And it's got that Metro
Metrosexual
the
look?
tiles, you know,
Okay.
the Metro tiles, and I can still run all my regular Windows software. And then you flip it around into tent mode, so it's like this,
Okay.
right?
Andrew's moving around.
So I'm moving
his
around
old,
my MacBook.
Mac.
But then the screen would be here, so I could use it like this,
Yeah.
or I could use it in stand mode,
Okay.
like this, and the screen would be here.
Is it a toaster as
so
well?
for presentations, or I can flip it
It'll
all
wipe
the
your
way
ass, dude.
around,
It has bagel mode. Too.
or I can
guys-
flip it all the way around 360 degrees, and it's like a little tablet, an
And
Android
guys,
tablet. or iPad.
all you have to do is say, Andrew, please buy the unit because
Yeah.
he just so desperately wants to buy it. It's like
Andrew,
it
when you
sells us
buy
something.
this and it fails, I'll be like, yeah, it's a compromise of 10 different things into one. and that's
I
what
told
didn't
you
work.
so.
I heard
Just
Bonnie
as a-
talk about it because, well, lady that she
Well,
knows
there's a
has one
surprise.
and
Talking
said
No,
your
it's-
bitch.
she doesn't-
absolutely awesome.
She doesn't have it because it's not out yet.
Okay, well, there was a new one that one of her friends has. It's
awesome.
it's the
Awesome.
same. It sounded exactly the same. Maybe the lady has a test
And it's
model.
$1,000 pretty good. deal,
Maybe
man.
it's possible.
Solid
But yeah,
state?
because
Solid state?
it does the whole thing and
Solid
exactly
state
what we
hard
were
drive?
talking about.
It's got solid state hard drive. Yeah.
Diskette. It's Windows.
No.
Diskette? No? Okay.
Well, Apple's getting
So
rid of the
anybody want me
CD-ROM
to
drive.
CD-ROM? CD-ROM?
Anybody
Oh no,
want
it
me to
doesn't
give
have a
Ian
CD-ROM.
Laser disc?
Nothing's
Laser
going to have
disc?
CD-ROM now.
Actually, it's an 8-track.
Hey, what about a Chromebook?
Chromebook looks good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, can't argue with the Chromebook.
Chromebook is you're in the cloud,
Yeah, well, not only that, it's Google, so it's
and
not
it's
Microsoft.
$250.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have one of those wind-up things, but you can get a solar thing, power it with that.
Solar power.
Wasn't it you, Ian, that posted the solar?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh?
The solar iPhone charger.
Solar iPhone charger or any other device actually. The
Well,
USB
it won't work.
charger.
It won't work in Vancouver in the winter.
Hey, you know, there's a new device that will. There's a new device
move
or
somewhere else.
technology that will harvest unused Wi-Fi signals and turn it into energy and charge your phone.
Okay.
Oh,
That's very Vancouver.
Yeah, does it charge your electric car too?
No, but you know, if you collect enough of those widgets, you can use it to heat a can of beans. Yeah, you can transfer those if you have a
As opposed to
iPhone.
being full of them.
The question
Yeah.
is, can you bike with it? That's the question. Yeah.
Bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me. Hey, that's not
That's
bad
the
show.
theme
I
music.
like that.
That's the end of the show. We had a
Hey,
good
thanks, Wix. We've talked about way
LinkedIn
too
Answers conversation. We talked about a little bit of Microsoft, Apple,
much. All sorts of
Google.
crap.
And join us again next week. We're going to talk about personal branding
Are we?
and social media.
Whoa, sounds like an
We'll
awesome
be
show.
Back on topic for next week. And call 1-877-636-1474 and leave a message. And
I
we'll
dare
bring you
ya.
on the show. Or you can do what Bosco did and call us live
Yeah.
during the show.
Totally freaking cool.
Or
man.
you can join us in a Google Plus Hangout. And we'll love to have you on the show.
Go to Uncensored Social Underground.
Or you can join us on Meetup and come here in person if you live in Vancouver or traveling in Vancouver. Hey, we had someone come all the way from the Ukraine in episode number 5.
Wow, it was awesome, man. A shout out. Come on down. Come on back.
Hey, if you got a wedding in Vancouver and
Wedding? What the fuck?
just come on down, just like the guy Vladimir Voldemort. Anyways,
Come on down.
thanks for listening and have a great week.
Bye-bye.